Yuki Frostblade. In the quiet mornings of the coastal village of Kurohama, Yuki Frostblade walks the mist-laden shore, her frost-edged katana humming softly against the rhythm of the tide. As a frostfire samurai, she balances the chill of her name with a fierce inner fire, training each day on the jagged cliffs that overlook the restless sea. The villagers whisper of a lingering tide, a thicket of sea thorn vines that have begun to choke the harbor, but Yuki brushes it off. Her duty is in the dojo, and the world feels steady, even as the water's murmurs hint at an uneasy current beneath the calm. One dusk, as the sun slipped behind the thorn-laden cliffs, a violent surge of water crashed into Kurohama, carrying a massive, spiked kelp rope that slithered like a serpent and wrapped itself around the village's lighthouse. The rope pulsed with an ominous crimson glow, and the sea's roar turned to a howl. The villagers fled in panic, but Yuki's heart froze and flared at once. The storm was no ordinary storm. The very tide she had watched from afar now threatened to swallow everything she cherished. Without hesitation, Yuki clenched her frostfire blade, its edge flickering between ice and flame, and raced toward the lighthouse. As she leaned into the wind, she recalled her mentor's words. A samurai must not only wield weapon, but also wield fate. She made a solemn vow then, to untangle the thorned tide, protect her people, and uncover the dark source behind the cursed seagrass. With determination sharpening her breath, she set her sights on the heart of the storm. She found an unlikely ally in the humble fisherman Riku, a young man who knew the secret passages beneath the harbor. Together they slipped through the flooded streets, reaching the lighthouse's base. The first obstacle appeared as a wall of thick, bristling kelp, alive with the hiss of iron-like thorns. Riku's lantern cast flickering shadows, but Yuki's frostfire blade sliced through, creating a narrow path. Their teamwork turned the nightmare into a fragile bridge, but the sea's roar grew louder, urging them forward. The pair reached a cavern where the tide's heart pulsed. A colossal, twisting kelp monster, its scales alight with violet flame. The creature hurled shards of ice and fire, turning the cavern into a dazzling, deadly dance. Each of Yuki's strikes rang out, yet the monster's vines coiled and pulled, almost stifling the young samurai's breath. The tide's rage surged higher, threatening to flood the entire village, and the stakes shifted, not just theirs, but all of Kurohama's fate hung in balance. Amid the clash, a small, frost-kissed scroll rose from the debris, a relic from an ancient shrine, bearing the inscription, "Only the heart that embraces both fire and frost can unwind the thorned tide." The revelation struck Yuki like a sudden frostburst. She must combine her icy discipline with her burning passion, not merely cut, but also heal the wounded sea. Realizing the need for balance, she lowered her blade, channeling her inner fire into a calming frost glow that began to soothe the ragged edges of the kelp. With the new understanding, Yuki confronted the monster's core, an orb of churning dark water. The creature resurged, launching massive tendrils, cutting off her path. In a moment of crisis, the tide surged to swallow them. But Yuki, drawing upon both her chilling precision and the blazing warmth of her spirit, formed a swirling vortex of frostfire. The tempest's roar ebbed into a tremor as the creature faltered, but an immense wave, ready to break the shelter, roared toward the lighthouse. Summoning her final resolve, Yuki summoned her full frostfire spirit, the blade igniting in a brilliant cascade of icy flame, and hurled it toward the heart of the sea tide. The blade split the dark orb, releasing a torrent of crystal-clear water that flushed out the thorned vines, while blazing flames fanned away the darkness. The kelp monster shrieked and dissolved, leaving the sea calm and the tide serene. The village, the lighthouse, and Yuki stood illuminated by the gentle glow of the defeated tide. When the sun rose again over the now whispering sea, the villagers gathered around Yuki and Riku, thanking their Frostfire samurai for restoring balance. The lighthouse's beacon brightened, a glittering frost front mixed with a warm golden hue, a lingering reminder of the Thorn Tide's lesson. Yuki stood on the shore, feeling the serene harmony of fire, ice, and tide intertwined, ready to guard her village, now a place where tension and peace flow together like the tide's gentle rhythm.